What's up, Rel 10B? Sace back here for another recap season. Sorry, I was such a sloth in getting to your precap, so this is your midweek precap. Really just gotta hang in there. Alright, let's take a look at the teams. Fresh out of the greenhorn. First up is KS Sublu. Formerly the Rel 1, well, he lost this season. Formerly the Rel 2 dwarf coach that outsmarted himself, now playing the opposite side of the scum ladder. Let's see here. Oh no, I thought it was Skaven. It's Underworld. Not as scummy. So, Chaos. Block on a thrower, 2 mighty blows, and a dodge lineman. I would have liked to see this be wrestle first, or some sort of sacker. But, what, 4 level ups? And nothing on a goblin? Looks like he ate 1 MVP. But that's not a bad start for Underworld. Looks to be coming out a little bashy. I would have liked to see this guy be built into a sacker, but I guess dodge if you got it. So, Chaos, if you're watching, go ahead and give us a comment on what you're planning on building this lineman into. Because while I'm not really the biggest expert on Underworld, I do know you want more sackers. Alright. And at 1090, nice and lean. Moving right along. There we go. Skaven. Gazgul has already played his first round match, but we'll look at that next week for the recap. Got battered by yours truly in the Greenhorn and has bounced back quite well. No level ups on the Stormburn, but it doesn't matter when you have a natty 1 turner. He's already built the playoff winning piece right here. So, Gaz, only 3 gutter runners though. I don't know if this is intentional or he just, let's see, he doesn't have the money, so I'm assuming he just doesn't have the money to pick up a 4th. I don't think he's intentionally gimping himself with only 3 gutter runners, but 1 block, 1 wrestle, natty 1 turner. I love it. This is my kind of start. Literally just what you want on the gutters. This is perfect. He needs to start feeding some SPP to his Storm Vermin by handing off touchdowns. I know he's going to want to score with the 1 turner, but he needs to resist that urge as it balloons up. You want to get those Storm Vermin up there too. And then we'd like to see no MVPs on the Line Rats. This is a good looking team. So, boys and girls, this is the enemy this season. You need to stop this before it gets out of hand. So, Gazgul and the Leaping Lizards. Next up, Drunk or Not. Don't know if he's won a match. He didn't win a match all last season. Don't know if he won a match in the Greenhorn. Let's take a look. No. So, I think Drunk or Not is on at least a 17-game winless streak in the Rebel. Let's see if Dark Elves can pull him out of it. Not great development, honestly. Wrestle's nice, and 2 blodge pieces. Usually you assume that when somebody starts out with elves, they can feast a little SPP and get a faster level ups like we saw Andy Davo do with his 1-season team in playoffs, but this seems a little weak. Just 3 level ups. Let's see here. Did he have any deaths during the... No deaths there. Tied against... Oh, I can't pull it up. That's a shame. Tied against a halfling team. Well, that's not great. So hopefully Drunk or Not can pull off a streak-ending win sometime this season. Just one. Oh, wait, hold on. I got this. 1 singular win. Yeah. That's all we're going to be looking for this season. Next up, Captain Bubsy. Man of many names. Going with Chaos. Wow. Wow. Did he get a game in it? Okay, this is one of the guys that played his first round game. But this is great development. Block Warrior, 2 kill stacks already built on the Beastman. A block and a wrestle Beastman. That is a lot of development for only 5 games. Bubsy is coming out strong. 4 wins, 1 loss. I was not expecting this. I don't usually like 2 kill stacks right away, but if you got it, go for it. I'd like to see some Mighty Blow Warriors build a kill stack here, but if you want to go safe with all block and 2 killers, God, this is beautiful. It's rare you see someone just pump that much SVP into a Chaos team in short order. So, Bubsy, good job. Soul of Dragonfire. Rel 1, Elf Supreme. The man that whines about every Kaz. This is what I'd expect more from a Dark Elf team coming out of the Greenhorn. He's already got 3 Blodge players. I like Dodge on the line first. Wrestle's fine. I don't disagree with Drunkernaut's choice to pull up Wrestle, but Dodge lets you reposition elves, and you're going to be doing a lot of it. So the more consistent you make Dark Elves, the better. And then Screunicorn. Are these sex moves? Screunicorn with the Mighty Blow. You know this is going to build up into piece. And I like the No Witch Elf start on both the Dark Elf teams. So, Soul looking great at 1150. One of the favorite picks to take this division this season. He's a multiple season Rel 1 coach, both as Pro Elves and Norse, so he knows the climb. He wasn't there too long ago. Just came off Elves, so he knows Elves. Great coach all around, horrible human being. So that would be Soul's Party in... Is that... it's Party in After Dark. Next up, the return of the Saskatoon Shiners. This time with 100% less rat. Awesome, dude. Didn't suffer enough playing halflings last season. Decided to take Brett's. Guard, guard, guard. Dirty player. Okay, I like it. You're not going to win a lot of fights with Bash or anything else until you roll a double on this, so might as well outguard everybody early, which is what he's doing. So I like Nosedive's setup here. What is this, dump off? Don't see that often. He's going to go for a dump off. I know he's talked about doing the dump off team, so I think this is going to be the dump off team. Leader reroll, keeping him lean, and then a dodge. Or a blodge, a blitzer. This is a great team. I agree with the choice. With Brett's, you kind of get what you take, and or take what you can get, and guard on the wrestle pieces is what he's going to have to do. So I agree with the guard spam early on. I think it's going to help him win games, and I think that's what he's looking for. He's looking to come out strong, and I like it. Deep bench, too, right away. 13 players. He's going to be out 1. Is this just a miss next game? Yeah. Okay, so he'll be out 1. Not as much fouling, but I like it. Deep bench for fouling, good amount of guard, and then he's going to do some dump-off shenanigans. Lots of really great teams. Next up, Nooms. New MS or Nooms? Wood Elf with a tree. Sidestep first. Get a one-turner going on Michael Jackson. Is this just a miss next game? Oh, he's already niggled and missed next game. That's rough. I'd get rid of him. In the first development team, unless you're just trying to go for a one-season playoff, Nooms, fire and buy something else when you get the money. Strip Dancer first on a War Dancer, and ooh, a Mighty Blow War Dancer. I was sitting here looking at this. I got distracted, didn't see this. Stephen Baldwin. That is beautiful. 5 injuries inflicted already. Well, that's another piece to watch. So you've got 2 Mighty Blow Elves, Heavy Guard Bretts. I like Kick first on the lineman, honestly. I think Kick is one of the most important skills when it comes to Agi teams. Kick over DP on Skaven first, kick over anything on lineman for Elves first. So, I like it. It's nice War Dancers. You build out Tackle on the Strip Baller. You build, I guess, Tackle on both, actually, next. And you've got one for each. You got one for Murder, and you got one for stripping the ball. I'd like to see him fire this catcher, hire a new one when he gets the money. Maybe get a second catcher. And the tree's great, so 1090, low TV, should be good. Then we have Kaldor Dicka, formerly the terror of the Undead team, bashing up Rel 1, and then he was an Ogre coach last season. Didn't have too much luck. What is he pulling off? Not as impressive as our other Chaos team, which was Captain Bubsy. He hasn't gotten the stack that Bubsy has. But 2 Block Warriors is great. Got a kill stack going. I don't hate the extra arms for a ball carrier. I know people have heard me comment before that late in the season of Animal Farm, I said no ball carrier, everything on the line. But when you're starting out on Chaos, that little bit of extra help as a ball carrier to save your rerolls when you don't have block everywhere is beautiful. So, almost getting two stacks going. This piece should be fired. I'm assuming he's just waiting to fire it. I'd take a loner. And yeah, it's a nice start to a Chaos team. This is more what I would expect development-wise over Bubsy's team, which ran up pretty quickly, it seems. But real good. Standard build. Not spamming Mighty Blow first. Next up, we have Latino Man. Really? Rel 10D has Spicosaurus. Rel 10B, though, has Latino Man. Alright, Latino, what do you got here? Wow, Mighty Blow Werewolf. So we've got a Mighty Blow War Dancer. We've got a Mighty Blow Werewolf. It's just, welcome to the Rel. Here's your doubles on a werewolf. Welcome to the Rel. Did you want to stat up with that freakish player? And that's it. Block and Mighty Blow. I guess you can't blame him for stacking up the two best pieces. So Johnny Smith's going to be a piece to watch. I'd like to see him develop some guard on the whites and some block and guard on the flesh golems, and then he'll be exactly where you want a necro team. I mean, after that, everything else is just gravy, right? So it's looking good. Latino Man. Is this Louis Geno or Luis? No, it's Louis. Louis Geno. Nurgle with a Guard Rotter, which doesn't seem long for this world, but they never are. Miss next game. And a Block Pestigore. This is rough. He's got one MVP on a Nurgle Warrior, which is good. Did he? He only got 3 games in the Greenhorn, so that's a little rough. You want your MVP. Ooh, 2 MVPs on the... This is nice. When you look at Chaos, you're like, oh yeah, I can level up my Warriors with a handoff or something else if I get in a good spot. On Nurgle, you pretty much really rely on good MVPs early on for your Nurgle Warriors to get that Mighty Blow and that block going and get them building. So this is really good for only having 3 games. Block on the Pestigore, I like. Didn't go immediately. Most people get a Pestigore, they go immediately kill stack. But it's looking good. He's going to be a little bit behind on development, and his TV is going to balloon. He's down 2 players right now, but he's got 2 Pestigores, so you add in what? 70k, 80k, that's another 150k. So not too bad, but as he picks up more pieces, fills in the rotters, it's gonna get bad. He's a little bit under right now. So I'd like to see him rush to get these level ups on Fectomalaria and Lord Dake Plague. But other than that, we're gonna have to wait and see how the Nurgle comes out. Then we've got our first Orc of the season. Meanest Greenest Boys with 1 level up and 2 losses. And the level ups on alignment. This is it Tau or Toe? This is an Orc team. I don't really, he threw it out on a sheet. I don't like Orc throwers. I think you should just use a blitzer. But that's just me. So it's a little rough. It looks like he ate an MVP. Wow, he ate 2 MVPs. I'm sorry, man. Condolences. That's real rough. So we'll have to see how the Orcs look in a couple games, because it did not go well for them. Nope. That's everybody. These are the admin teams when you look at them. So, Locust, I promise I didn't forget about you. I know you're freaking out now. You're like, oh my god, he passed over my drawers. I'm not part of the community. Why doesn't anybody recap me or talk to me or include me? Let's go look at your charts. Block Bull Centaur, Dodge Bull Centaur, which is really nice. Get Blodge, get Sure Hands, get Break Tackle. You've got a ball carrier Centaur ready to go. I would go Mighty Blow. Usually you think split the guard, split the Mighty Blow on leveling the blockers. But if this rolls doubles on the level up and you hit Claw, you're going to be pissed. So always err on the side of stack some Mighty Blow first on the guys that are getting SPP. Because then it hurts a little less when you get Claw on your guard piece. But yeah, this is really nice. Want to see him build this out. 1 SPP away. Get him a touchdown. Get him an injury on something easy. It's looking good. So that would be all the teams. But let's go take some predictions here. Underworld, Skaven, Dark Elf, Chaos, Dark Elf, Brett, Chorf, Wood Elf, Chaos, Necro. This is a good div for elves. You've got 1 Chorf team to contend with. The next probably most dangerous for you is going to be the Bretts with all the wrestle. I do have a screenshot here of Locust saying that he's going to win the Magnum Cup with 1 season Chorf. I'm holding on to that for the end of the season. But let's... Ooh, excellent, good screenshot. Let's have some predictions. I predict this is going to be an elf-heavy div. Despite Captain Bubsy's strong outcoming at the beginning, Gazgul's natty one-turner, I think the lack of tackle and natural predators for the elves, not to mention a very advanced elf coach, a mighty blow on both elf teams so they can compete in a bash fight. We're going to say Soul of Dragonfire, first place, handedly with the Dark Elves. First place for the season, takes a ticket to the warm-up to the playoffs. I'm going to say... I'm going to say Nosedive takes second with the Bretts. I like the heavy guard. I think he's playing to win early. I don't think this team's going to last, and I think he's going to go forward with it. A lot of people don't know Nosedive as well, as he fell out of REL 1 a while ago and re-rolled and has been busy and not trolling as much. But despite all the ridiculous plays he makes, he is a good coach. So I'm saying Soul first, Nosedive second. I really like the natty one-turner. I like the mighty blow. So I'm going to go Soul, Nosedive, and then I'm going to toss it up. And I think Bubsy. Bubsy's building strong. Getting that much SPP stacked up on Chaos early on shows you're doing something right. So I'm going to go Bubsy takes a solid third. Those are my top 3 for the div. So if you see him, go after him. And don't forget there is a bounty on all Chorfs. So there's 2 guard blockers you need to kill. So yeah, predictions. Soul, awesome dude Bubsy. Drunk or Not does not win a game till... What's his team called here? Dark Elf Wave. Dark Elf Wave. We're going to go with... Not until he hits... Maybe the Underworld? No, Underworld's stronger. Maybe till he hits the Nurgle? Where's the Nurgle here? Meet his greenest boys. The Walking Dead guys. Oh, maybe week 4. Drunk or Not goes on at least a 20-game winless streak and wins week 4 to break the curse. Assuming he can sober up enough for a game. Oop. Sorry about that. So, all in all, some teams with great development, some teams lacking a little bit of development, but not a bad spread. One of the more interesting mix-ups of new and old coaches and teams. But go out there, do your part, stomp on a few elves, and I'll be around for the week 1 recap where we look at all the first matches, see how it shakes out, how everybody's looking. I don't want to look at the 2 games that have already been played, but they have been played. So everybody else should get on it and finish it up. And I will probably see you Thursday.